from NBC News. This is Today.
All right, if you've ever wondered why, despite your best efforts, you still gain weight, it turns out your battle of the bulge could have more to do with a subtle little habit or two that undermines your best efforts.
Or 3 or 4, right? Registered dietitian Elizabeth Sommer is here to help you figure out what it is you're doing, what those little habits are, and how you got to stop them in their tracks. Hello, Elizabeth.
Hi, Elizabeth.
How are you? None of us do any of these, right?
Okay, so we are beginning by, often we just lie to ourselves, I guess, don't we?
Dishonesty is huge. In fact, people underestimate their calories by up to 800 calories a day.
Which would be how many pounds in a year?
Oh, gosh.
That's just mean, but you-
hundreds, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Elizabeth, come on.
So, and you know, sometimes it's intentional. We just, you know, casually forget the candy bar we had mid-afternoon. But a lot of times it's unintentional. We just don't know how big the servings are.
Right.
So for a couple of days, get out the measuring cups in the scale and measure your stuff, because a serving of meat should be 3 ounces, size of a deck of cards. We've heard this before.
Yeah. Right.
Serving of pasta is half a cup, so if you have a cup of pasta, that's 2 servings. If that's just too much, then look for foods that are pre-portioned for you, so you don't have to think about it. The 3 blueberries in a muffin is not a serving.
That's not your
No, but berries are really important for not only weight loss, but brain and health and everything else. So get a clamshell of Driscoll's raspberries or blueberries or blackberries, put it in your briefcase or your purse, you've got a serving right there. Salads at restaurants, they take diet food and turn it into a calorie disaster, up to 1,400 calories. So get, you know, bagged salad kits like Dole's salad kits that portion it out for you. When you're getting meat at the grocery store, have the butcher cut it into 4-ounce servings so that you've got it served up and ready to go.
Well, they also say,
take temptation out of the way.
Yes. And Weight Watchers in those places say, what is it, scribble what you nibble? If you write it all down, then you have to see what it looks like. Every little thing you put in your mouth.
Well, that's our next one.
Oh, it is?
Which is mindless
Of course
eating.
it is.
Just
Which we already had 2 of these.
Yeah, well,
3.
But we're okay. 3.
All right, so tell us about mindless eating that we're
Every
doing right
bite that you put into your mouth averages about 25 calories. Whether it's taking a spoonful of apple pie.
Now, I just had 1 peanut. That was 25 calories?
Well, 1 peanut, but if you
I had
had
a peanut.
a little small handful of it popped in your mouth. Mashed potatoes while you're cooking dinner. You know, loading the dishwasher and you pop the bread crust into your mouth. 25 calories. 4 mindless bites in a day, you guys, and you'll gain a pound in a month.
I did yesterday eating potato salad. I'm absolutely sure of it.
See?
Because it wasn't served yet, but I was hungry, so every time I went by, I took a spoonful.
Well,
yes, I did. All right.
Okay.
Here's what I do.
You were
Sue me.
absolved of all your sins.
When there's a this is what, you know when you shave off a piece of the brownie and then a little more, and then a little more, and by the time the night's over, you're like, what happened? That's another thing I do. I do little by little, and then it's gone.
And as long as you don't eat the whole brownie, it doesn't have any calories at all, because all the calories were left in the one you didn't eat.
Okay.
Anyway, that's where you write things down.
Write it down.
If you write it down, you'll become brutally aware of how many times you're popping stuff in there.
Now, a lot of times we think when we eat healthy, we can eat as much as we want because it's all low calorie.
There's a recent study from the University of Chicago found that when people were told food was healthy, they ate more. The other studies have found that when you tell somebody a food is low fat, even if it's not, they'll eat twice as much. So this is where you just got to kick in your higher brain centers and know that just because it looks healthy, which by the way none of these foods are, but I dare you to eat too many colorful fruits and vegetables.
But you can eat as many carrots as you like.
No one ever gained weight on tomatoes and carrots.
Fruit on the bottom has so many calories.
Well,
I mean, it does. I know.
There's 7 to 9 teaspoons of sugar in some of those yogurts. So even when you think it's healthy,
160 in this
My
one.
5th peanut. Just counting. I'm counting.
Okay. Scribble it. Okay.
Okay, the next one is getting married.
What?
Because you need lie, cheat, and steal to get into that wedding dress, but once the wedding bells have tolled, the eating
bring it on,
begins.
baby.
Yeah, but you don't care anymore.
Well, yeah, and also you've sort of given up your diet independence because now you're living with a guy that eats, you know, buffalo wings, and you used to eat salad, maybe. Or you're at a restaurant, you know, and you're picking off of his plate or whatever. So
what should you do?
Well, at home, you can serve up food, keep the bowls in the kitchen so you're not as likely to overeat, and also maybe just make a deal with your husband where you find traditions that are not food related. You know, instead of eating pizza on a Friday night, you read books to each other, or you play golf.
Can you imagine? What would Frank say? We're going to read books
That makes me want to carrot. What books would you read, Elizabeth?
Don't go there.
Let's get to the drinking section.
Okay, well, this is liquid calories, of course, don't add, I mean, they don't register on our appetite clocks. They don't fill us up, so they become calories added to, like a Long Island iced tea has the calorie equivalent of a platter of French
does it
onion
really?
rings.
Look up.
Well, I know, Leslie
Just said,
my
oh my
gosh.
gosh, my life is over.
Soda pop, we're now calling it the new tobacco because even 1 soda pop a week is enough to increase your risk for being overweight. So just, you know, be careful. You can still have soda pop once a week, not every day.
How about the wine?
How about that wine?
wine.
Yeah, you can have
You
some.
wine? I love wine.
Who is she talking to? Yes, I do. But you actually indulge once in a while?
Of course. So if you're going to indulge, just be careful because you know it can dissolve your resolve. So all of a sudden now it's like, oh, heck with the diet. I'm going to have the buffalo wings.
Got it.
You can have all those Driscoll berries you want, but
Okay.
be careful of
Got
that.
it.
And drink with meals rather than between or before or after because you're less likely to overindulge.
You're
Thank
very
you.
sweet.
Thank
we
you.
love you,
I'm
Elizabeth.
smart.
Even though you're always giving us bad
so
news.
nice to me today.
I know. What the heck's with that?